Greetings, Podrace fans, and welcome to the grand finals of the Galactic Podracing Tournament for 2023. I am your host, Paige, joined today by Game Draco.
Hello, everyone. This should be an epic match. We have two legends in this game, and kind of an old guard versus new guard, too.
Goof is the number 2 truly active player right now. And Mike is, I would call him in the top 5 all time.
Yeah, this should be a really exciting match. We have Goofbrush, who is faster but more risky, and Mike, who's just insanely consistent and fast.
Mike just does not die. To answer the question in chat, I think he is. I think he's on a GameCube controller. Look at that layout.
Yeah, I believe Goofbrush is on a GameCube controller.
Anyway, who have you got your money on?
I have no idea.
I'm going to call in a probably 60-40 in favor of Mike.
Yeah, Mike has the consistency edge, and he is, still super, super fast.
Yeah, Mike's floor, I think, is higher than Goof's, but Goof's ceiling is higher than Mike's.
Yeah.
And as a bonus, I believe if Goof wins, we get a bracket reset. I think he's coming from loser's bracket.
Yes, he beat Metallica in the losers final to come in to face Mike after being knocked into the losers bracket by Mike in the winners final.
All right, we are off. So AQC, a very simple track. We've all seen it before. It was one of the qualifying tracks. It is one of the easiest tracks in the game, but to get a truly top time on it requires a lot of grinding with how optimized this track is. And since most of these players have done the grinding, it's just an execution battle. It's highly unlikely that either player dies on this track. It can obviously happen, but it does not happen often at this level of play.
You do see a slight diversion. Goofbrush is using the newer strat of bringing an AI to rig the door pattern on laps 2 and 3.
Yep. You'll also notice Goof has a third of a second lead by time, but is on significantly higher heat than Mike. Way higher heat.
Yeah, see a little monkey boosting Goof did.
Mm-hmm. And that is technically a slight lead for Mike. Goof does get a slightly more optimal line more reliably through the doors because he has Clegg, but that's still not going to be a huge difference. It barely makes anything up. And we're going to see where we're looking at the start of lap 3. Heat still favors Mike slightly, but it looks like they're dead even. Yeah, time-wise, they're dead even. Mike has more heat to work with, though. He is favored on this lap 3. So we just got to see where this comes in. Just have the one downhill, downhill, uphill turn, and a figure 8, and then we know. This is damn close, but again, it looks like Mikey's got a lead just off heat. His management was better throughout the track, and you can see that coming into play now. He's got about a third of a second lead.
Oh, Mike lost the boost. It's gonna be really close.
Yeah, he had a third of a second, and he lost maybe half of that.
Mike wins by about a third of a second.
About a quarter. Actually less, maybe a sixth. Losing that last boost did make that very close, but it just didn't quite get there.
Ravine Gateway ban from Goofbrush.
That's not surprising at all. Against a player like Mike, you want to ban the more complicated tracks because he's almost always less likely to die than you. You take tracks where you can match his consistency and potentially be a bit faster.
Doug Derby ban from Mike. Fire Mountain Rally ban from Goofbrush.
So far, 0 surprises. Mike doesn't like Doug Derby, and Goof's not the biggest fan of those other two, just in general, but it's a good strategic ban here. And that is Executioner ban from Mike, which is very smart. Goof is incredibly good at the skip on that track.
Throwaway Arc Bumpy ban.
Okay. So with Arc banned, I'm expecting that to be a throwaway unless he's doing a force ban into another force skip. Like if he pulls out something truly ridiculous like my No Juan Abyss, but he also bans Arc and forces them to both go Clegg Mars or Bullseye.
Inferno ban from Mike. Abyss skips.
Not super surprising. All right. So players are going to get 3 minutes of warm up, and then we're going to go into Abyss skips.
And this is a blink it and you'll miss it skip.
Oh yeah, these players will both be done with this in 30 seconds or less. Almost definitely less. They have
odds are we'll probably be seeing
from right now.
Odds are we'll probably be seeing a land sandage mirror.
Oh, absolutely. There's 0 chance of anything else. Unless one of them decides to do something completely ridiculous, which I don't expect. I expect Goofbrush to go right, left, right.
Yep, he's doing it in practice.
It is objectively faster to land on the wall like that. Oh, that was... And he got the backup, too. That was very nice. 21 seconds. Yeah, he's doing this in the much more optimal way than a lot of the players you will have seen doing this previously in the tournament. Ooh, 20.5. You always forget what this skip looks like in the hands of a really good player. Because it's, by pretty much any objective measure, the easiest skip in the game to execute at a mid-level.
I would say it's easier than the full track Abyss.
Oh, easily. The full track Abyss isn't actually that easy. There's a couple of very tricky bits. Mike's only got a minute and a half left to do his warm-up, which still enough to get 4 runs in on this track, but for any viewers who are familiar with Mario Kart 64 speedrunning, I like to describe this as one of our 2 examples of this game having a Weather Tenko skip, where you just go around the start line and do none of the track. However, unlike Weather Tenko, ours are easy. And knowing Goof, we're kind of likely to see the other one in this match as well. Also, very bold strategy from Mike of just not warming up. There we go. He gets 1 practice run.
Mike doing the older method, which is going right the whole 3 laps.
This one, I mean, if you're using a force, it's typically going to be something you're very confident you win on. You only get 4 per match.
Here we go.
Ooh, very slow starting climb for both of them. Goof with a cleaner lap 2 climb. Good wall landing lap 3. Ooh, he's wide. He's very wide.
Uh-oh.
Oh. That's a heartbreaker.
What a heartbreaker for sure. I think he's forfeiting. That's the thing with these runs. It looks so good in practice, and then sometimes you just choke in the real deal.
This is the most common track to have issues like that happening. So, what's next? We're doing gauntlet skips, gauntlet full. Because he's looking at gauntlet right now. Yeah, Yam, you're probably right. If he just held the right arrow or right on his stick the entire time, he probably made that. But he went very wide.
No pod ban from Goofbrush. Inferno ban from Mike. Gauntlet skips.
All right. Not surprising. Yeah, Metallic, I'm confused by that one as well. If he had not necessarily gone on brakes, but if he just cut throttle. Ooh, Goof taking the bouncy line. That's always fun.
With Ben, too.
All right, well, looks like we're just kind of going with it. I do really like this bounce strat from Goof on here. I don't like him clipping that wall.
Yeah, that's really dangerous.
And also, Mike is just kind of not doing warm-ups on any of these tracks. Man, this bounce strat is cool. If Goof hits this strat, he should be very favored. I don't know what strats Mike actually has practice here. It might just be the old full wall ride. I don't know if he ever learned something like Dwayne or this bounce.
Yeah, I know he was the first one to find the very oldest version of the rock wall ride.
Yeah, if Goof can execute and he hits the strat first try all 3 times and goes deathless, he's pretty much guaranteed a win. He just has to go deathless and hit it every time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's spreading a fine needle, though.
Yes.
Still remember back in the day having to skip hunt for this original gauntlet skip and forcing Mike to cough it up once I made it public back in the day.
It seems like this approach from Goof actually has a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
Like, he's landed on a huge, like stretches of it, on different spots on a huge stretch of that wall, and it has worked every time. And then he does this. Which... This is an absolutely ridiculous approach to take on Gauntlet, and I love it so much.
It looks like Mike died. Yeah, Mike died.
And you'll see Goof being this good at the executioner skip setup.
Oh,
Why
he
do
had
I
a lot of
speak?
leeway.
Why do I speak?
The other interesting note, too, is that goofbrush is using a mod that fixes the textures in the tubes and Mike doesn't. We found out that...
So, here's a bit of a problem for Goof. He's now behind. Because dying on that setup is a huge time loss.
That looked really dicey.
Oh, this is going to be so close. This is going to be so close.
Oh my god, this is, oh man.
Wait.
Uh-oh, looks
Does Mike
like...
have it?
Oh, whoa!
All right, 2:30.
I think Mike has it.
Oh my god, a tenth of a second.
Yeah, a tenth of a second in favor of Mike.
Oh my god.
Almost exact. 11 hundredths of a second. 11.
Good lord. All right, Inferno, Elan Mac and Inferno are both banned. Bumpy's Breakers skips. Oh man, Goof is just pulling out all of the fun ones.
Just going flat out on the skips.
And flat out into a wall.
Yeah. I have a feeling Mike is going to do the older skip while Goofbrush is going to do the newer one.
Mike's going to do the wall right, I think. Yeah, this is the third force in a row for Goof. Oh, he's going for shortest cut. That is bold. Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen it, that is shortest cut. It cuts way more distance than the usual shortcut through the tube there. If he can hit shortest cut all 3 laps, this is going to be silly. It's such a cool strat.
But also really dangerous and risky.
Well, like Yam said in chat, it's actually pretty safe depending on your FPS if you have practice on it.
Oh,
it is still,
man.
And honestly, the tube shortcut itself is really risky. Like, Goof is giving us a spicy match. Metallica, I do not remember if shortest cut is actually a skip. I think it is. I don't know, if Goof has enough trouble with the shortest cut in warm-ups, he might just scrap it. Whew, didn't think he was making that. All right, let's see what approach Mike takes. Oh. He is doing the old one.
I won the bet.
Yeah. Okay. Mike, I think it's time for your nap, Grandpa. Like, you can see the huge time difference in the strats here. Like, when the time Goof finished the bowl, like the stadium section, Mike was entering it. This strat is 7+ seconds ahead. That favors Goof to a ridiculous degree.
But we can't call it until the final lap because if you fail to skip, you lose 45 seconds taking the full route.
There is technically a backup, but it's an MFG and you're not allowed to use those in tournament.
Here we go.
So Goof making the first skip cleanly. Mike bottling his setup a little bit, but he does make it eventually.
What the? Oh!
Yep, you can do that. But you'll notice, even with the death, Goof is significantly ahead. Like Goof is still significantly ahead, even with the death.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He can afford at least one more death, potentially 2, if he's okay with making it close. Because he's got a 5-second lead. Ooh, okay, now plenty of height. All right, let's see if he goes for shortest cut again, because it has been biting him a little bit. But it looks really cool, so I hope he does it again. Mike got through the shortcut pretty cleanly that time. And there we go. That's a
nails
very
it
clean
this time.
A little bit of like mid-air wobbling, trying to find his bearings, but it worked out. And then Mike going for the old tube shortcut. Little bumpy, but he makes it through. Goof was clean through the hairpin, and Mike probably will be too. This level of play, they don't usually mess that thing up. Full bonk, but only lost like 1 base speed. And Goof with a 50.58. Oh my god.
Here we go, the final one.
Yeah, plenty of height.
Okay, yeah. Goof pretty much has this in the bag, even if he duffs the shortest cut.
Yeah, Goof is far, far ahead. He messed up shortest cut about as badly as you can.
Oh, no!
Goof. We might have a race on our hands.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, clean hairpin. I think Goof is fine.
Yeah.
This turn can be annoying. We're good. We're good. Okay. Unless Goof does something really silly, we're fine.
He takes it.
Come on.
Yes, Keno ban from Mike. Let's see what Goofbrush bans. Spice Mine Run ban from Goofbrush.
That makes total sense. It is possibly Mike's best track in the game. This has been a match, all right. All right, let's see what Mike takes us to. He's not one to use forces that much. He's definitely more of a fan of full track. All right, where is Mike going to take us?
Mike's picking really hard.
Mike, where are you taking us? I mean, I'm looking at the boards. It looks like Mike doesn't have a single time faster than he has one track where he's faster than Goof, it looks like. And that track is banned. Like, the only track he's faster than Goof on directly is Grabvine Gateway. Oh, it's the Bulba's Legacy. This one is my track. Like, this is a very fun track. It's dense. It's got a lot of tight bits. It's very short. You just wind up in a very dense spaghetti junction of a track. Let's see what happens here and what setups they do. I tend to advocate 52 FPS and an R20. Looked like an R60 selection for Goof, which is a little odd. It's probably going to a lower FPS. But this track is really hard. That boost hold you just saw from Mike is a big deal here, and this tunnel strat is easier than it looks, but that doesn't make it easy because it looks very hard. And the real challenge to it is really just, oh, Goof, you boosted early. The real challenge to it is keeping your heat up through the tunnel. And actually, with that tunnel, one thing I advocate for a lot of people who are learning it for the first time is lap 1, you do the old strat and use and stay on the main road. Lap 2, since you have higher heat, take the tunnel until you can get used to maintaining your heat through it. I really don't know what to expect here. Like, Goof has a higher ceiling here, but we've been saying that about every track. And he's just been making small mistakes, except on Abyss, where he made a very big mistake. And I guess Bumpy's, where he made a very silly mistake. All right, both clean through the start. This turn on Goof is actually kind of tricky. Takes a little cleaner than Mike. And heat going into this little section. Goof is running a little hotter. They're both clean there. Good. Both get the boost hold, which at this level is kind of a given. And the tunnel. Oh my God, no. Goof, you went too tight. Oh man, that's a heartbreaker for him. He's so good at this track. Ooh.
You just can't count on Mike slipping and dying.
No, not here. Let's see, this little section Mike's in can get you. He didn't. Oh, that was very close. There's a terrain or a texture kill spot on that drop. All right. Pretty clean so far outside of the death for both players. See if Mike lands the fire finish in tournament. He should. And lap 3, it's actually, for anyone who doesn't know, lap 3, it is optimal to do this longer route, just because you can use a lot more heat. Doesn't get the fire finish. Now there's Goof, but Goof actually put in a hell of a showing for a 52, or for a run with a death.
Mars Band and Inferno Band's coming in.
Both of those make sense.
Zugga challenge, skip.
Oh, Zugga challenge. Yeah, if Goof can clean it up, he's not out of this. This is a best of 13. They've got to win 7. That is, however, Goof's last force, as Leaf Green has pointed out.
Yeah.
See, does he go for triple? I'm really curious what arrangement of skips these guys are going to go for. Yep, we're getting triple from Goof. And then this third skip on this track is my favorite looking. If Goof goes triple and lands it cleanly, it's going to be awesome to see. Like, it is a truly silly set of skips. I'll say, what is Mike doing? Because we know it's not pod racing right now.
Oh, that just made me chuckle.
All right, and we're not going to see what Mike gets to go for because he waited too long and doesn't even have time to reach the first skip because he's got 10 seconds. He gets to practice the first 2 turns. Honestly, I think Mike just goes for single. Okay, he gets to go a little further than I thought. Oh, he's going for at least double. Okay, Mike's going for double, which I can respect. First skip isn't that hard. Clean start from Goof so far. This first section of his level should never be a problem. Good entry.
Mike misses the
Mike
skip.
misses it. That's a 7-second lead for Goof out of the gate, and then Goof hits second, right?
No, he failed.
Okay.
He
missed second.
He got launched straight into it and missed.
But he didn't die.
No deaths, though. That's fortunate.
So he's still a bit ahead. Actually, less ahead than I thought.
Yeah.
But he's still ahead by at least the jump portion of that skip. 123 versus 126. So he's got a 3-second lead. Heat matters far less on stuff like this. God, this skip, just the more I think about this track and skip version, is so cool. Like the third skip, it doesn't even work in the same way as the others. It cuts time off the start of the next lap, not the lap you're currently on.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. And Mike makes it. Does he get the same issue? No. So that's currently a very slight lead for Mike. Not even very slight. He's about 2 seconds up. Let's see how this last skip goes. All right, smooth for both. All right, so that actually comes down to the 1 second lead for Mike.
All comes down to these final skips.
Let's see what this looks like from Goof. He's coming up on the first set of skips. All right, here we go. Mike is slightly ahead. He makes it in there. Goof misses. He's got to hit second and third.
He misses the second. Oh, here it goes for second.
He's still behind. It's not enough. Mike has to mess up this last skip for Goof to have a shot. Or do you even do the skip on 3? I don't even remember. Mike does. And Goof. Okay, you do.
Mike takes this.
Oh. Oh, he got it. Wait.
Oh my God. What the?
Wait. He got timer glitch. Wait. Wait. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, we just had a weird ending.
I'm so confused. All right. Consensus among admins is this does not count. Mikey takes the track. So that was fun. We're going to have a more concrete ruling in the future.
That was so weird.
That was fun. I honestly forgot that glitch existed. I will say, if it happens accidentally in the future, and it is obviously accidental, there's going to be some weird shenanigans. But we'll cross that bridge if we ever get to it.
Yes.
All right, no pod ban, Inferno ban. Mike does not want to play that. Howler
Gorge.
Full track. Hell yeah. I feel like I'm one of the only people who really likes Howler. Like, I don't even like necessarily playing it, but it's just a nice track. It's straightforward. Like, it's to me one of the the platonic ideal of a track in this game. Not too easy, not too hard. Very straightforward and just makes total sense.
Someone in Twitch chat just said about our recent admin ruling that maybe I do think we should call the rule the goofbrush rule to give him something to make his legacy live on forever.
Not against it. Just in the rules doc forever. Rule 4.1 is a goofbrush rule. Or whatever number it would wind up being.
Who knows? It's pretty funny.
Now that we're onto strictly full tracks, unless Mike tries to pull out a skip, Goof has a lot less opportunity to destroy his chances on stuff. Because Goof always goes hard, and that can punish you a lot harder on skips than it can on full track. But a lot of skips have a much higher drawback and a much higher penalty for death. Oh, Mike has the Cyan Sky glitch.
It's the check, the goofy rule, and then Lightning goes on to say the goofbrush rule basically bans anything goofbrush wants to do in tourney.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, a little bit, Ace. He has been inting on some skip stuff. He's been doing some wild strats that I absolutely love. They just didn't work. I was very sad about it. Gale, I'm not really paying too much attention to chat right now. But no, I remember Dave's stupid rule. Anyway, we're into the hairpins on the actual race. And we're looking fairly even right now. Goof on slightly higher heat somehow, which is actually kind of impressive. We'll see where this winds up evening out.
I'm amazed he survived that.
That was so close. And that leaves us almost perfectly even. That's very funny to me. Oh, Goof takes that tighter. That's a slight advantage. See how 10th entry goes? It's the most common death point on this track for basically everyone. All right, smooth entry for both. Exit also gets some interesting bits. Let's see what approaches they take. Goof on lower heat than Mike. Significantly lower heat. Yeah, Goof definitely seems not super comfortable with where his heat's at, and I think he underheats a little here.
Oh, he underheated there for certain.
Not by a huge amount. Like, it was maybe a 10th. Yeah, Goof has a lead right now. Like, he legitimately has a lead. So we'll see if he can hold it for the next lap. He's just gotta not die. Thank God he didn't go for slot boost. I wouldn't have put it past him today. 10th, he makes that. Yeah, he's almost a full second ahead of Mike between those two laps. I don't know why he didn't open on stuff like this.
Me neither.
But hairpins are clean, and he's well clear of where Mike's at right now. Mike almost underheated. I think it was near perfect timing. Oh, Mike with a big bonk. Did he just slot boost? I had to look at chat. It's a little bit early on the fire for Goof. And oh, wow, that was a commanding win. Wait, that's a commanding win for Goof. Let's see where we go next. I've been excited this whole match, but I want to see him keep going. I want to keep this match going. This is fun.
No pod ban and a Spice Mine run ban from Goofbrush.
No surprises whatsoever. Curious where Mike's going to take us now. I don't even remember what tracks he really likes. It's been a while since I've commentated for him. He's probably going to take us to somewhere honestly, maybe Bunta Classic. He's not going to die there. At least less likely than most players.
And that's open.
Yeah, Bunta Classic is open. I could see something like that take the more difficult approach. SMR is banned, Metallica. But like I said, Goof has a faster time on every track in the game, except one that is banned. Yeah, Metallica. SMR is temp banned. I could see him running back. Bumpy's Breaker's full. Actually, I could very much see that. There aren't that many really great picks for Mike. Now I'm looking at it. Metallica, the permabans are GVG, Doug Derby, Executioner, and FMR.
Bunta Classic.
Just like I said. They get 2 minutes to warm up on Bunta Classic, which honestly feels pretty low now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you can only finish one lap with that pretty much. And that's if you start from 2 minutes flat.
We're just going to assume no skips. Mike doesn't tend to do them, and he didn't say in the thing. I don't even know if he fully knows this skip. But, oh man, Bunta Classic in the grand finals. God, this track is hype every time. Goofbrush does have a slightly faster time here, as on most tracks. He actually not even slight. He's got a 5-second margin here. He has a 447.2 compared to Mike's 452.45. Also, oh my God, Mike actually started warm-ups first. That's not allowed. Mike's warming up. No, but he's got it on the full boards, Metallica. Didn't he just get the time a couple days ago? Draco, did you see if Mike did the small jump?
He did the small jump, but it's full track.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering if he did the small jump or took an old approach. I know small jump's not new, but you know what I mean. And we're into the countdown. Neither one gets to fully finish, or they get to finish the laps. But
okay, we're doing full track.
Now, come on, guys, do the Bunta training course jump strat.
Not
It's
possible
totally
on
worth it, right?
I don't think it's possible on Bunta Classic because of how the track's aligned.
No, it's not a skip or anything. It's just the jump off to the left. The hut flats is the exact same.
Oh, that jump.
Yeah. But Mike is setting up for his reset. Oh, goof.
Here we go. This is a track that's pretty much out to kill you.
Oh yeah, this is one of the I would call it probably 4th or 5th hardest track in the game. Yeah, I would call it the 4th or 5th. Oh, Mike with a dance! That never happens in this game. Like, just in general, Mike so rarely dies.
And Goof takes a big bonk but survives.
Yeah. Like, yeah, obviously it happens, but oh, that's a weird spot for him.
And it's not even on one of the more hazardous parts of the track. Here we go into the Tuscan Dune turn. This is one of the most hazardous parts of any track in the game because of the risk of getting caught fire.
There is an RNG manipulation strat that is used here and there in tournament, because you can't use it on world record attempts, but you can use it in a tournament setting. But oh, Mike was very sloppy through all of that.
He got those fires spawned well outside of the Tuscan Dune turn, too. I saw him hit a fire in the canyon section before the sand crawler.
Yeah, no, those fires can hit you in a very wide area.
Uh-oh.
5-second lead for Goof. That is eaten into a little bit there. Still a pretty big lead. How did you live that, Goof? How? Do you have any idea how?
No.
Now, we're losing that boost and did bring it a lot closer. Mike can make this up with some aggressive driving.
but he's not an aggressive driver.
After a death, he has been playing a little more aggressively.
Oh, man. But he's very calculated with his aggression.
Yes, and the calculation says he's up 5-2 and just had a death. If he wins this track, he's in a super good spot.
Yeah.
So the calculation here does tell you to go aggressive.
Oh, I'm amazed Goofbrush survived that.
Does he have plot armor? Does Goofbrush have plot armor?
I have no idea. Almost hit the sandcrawler.
You always almost hit Sandcrawler. It's just part of this track.
Yeah. Whoa!
That's fine.
It's gonna be much closer this lap. 139, a 135. Goofbrush on high heat.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm amazed he didn't catch fire.
Nah. Goof still has about a 1.5 second lead.
Yeah.
If he's clean, he's got a good shot. But that's a big if on the Classic. That bonk is bad, but it's not enough on its own.
But put him in some bad damage spots, then Mike is running with an orange engine too, in the same
Both
spot.
very similar. Their engine health is almost identical. Goof's is a little more damaged on the back half of his right, but they're very similar.
Here we go, the Tuscan Dune turn. This is a really hair-raising spot with high damage. Whew. Mike catches fire, repairs it really quick.
That fire still messed up his line really badly.
No. Gave Goofbrush a little more.
Goof's got it.
Goof's got it.
Here. Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh my
Look at all
god, that
damage.
right engine. Oh my god.
Goofbrush takes it. No pod ban again from Mike.
Got it.
Spice Mine run ban from Goofbrush again.
We're up to 5-3. This has gotten real. All right, again, I could see Bumpy's Breakers run back. I could see something like a Baru Coast, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. Goof has a 345 there. Yeah, I could see a Bumpy's run back. I could see a Vengeance, honestly. Actually, I missed that. Mike actually does have a better time on Vengeance than Goof does. By almost 4/10.
Goofbrush putting the Rats Terrell flag in the tournament chat.
Okay, there are a couple of good picks for Mike here. I don't know what he's going to go with because he's got to win too. That's all. Goof's got to pull 4 out of his ass.
And break serve on several of Mike's picks.
Yep.
Here comes Mike. Where is he taking us?
Crashed.
That explains it.
Well, let's see. If we get a Vengeance pick, that's going to be a really cool one to see. That's a fun track to watch. Bumpy's is another one with a really fun full track. I don't know. Where else would you think of? In general, Mike's going to want to go to longer, more difficult tracks. Like more mechanically intensive ones. But he is favored on Vengeance, which is objectively short and not very technical.
Endo Prime Centrum from Mike.
Endo Prime Centrum. So this is one where Goof is slightly favored. His PB is about a half second ahead of Mike's, but this is a track that can just decide to be mean every once in a while.
Yeah. It has more paths you can take than any other track in the game, but we're only going to be seeing one path probably.
There are Well, there's one main path that has two variations that are both good. I'm expecting a right-hand route from one of them, and from at least one of them. Yeah, I know Goof should have seen this pick coming. Let's see, do either of them take the far right path? Goof does not. I don't think Mike will then. Okay. I was expecting one of them to go for it. Because it is slightly faster, but it is far more difficult. I think Dom's the only one I've ever really seen do it. Well, that's a solid lap one for Goof, 5106. Definitely a faster lap than Mike's, but it was on higher heat, so, you know. And it's not like these are the real races, it's just good to get a bead on where both players are on that track, on each track. Ooh, that was a fast switch back from Goof. So, Goof definitely is looking slightly favored here, but it is a track that you can pretty easily mess up. Like, the icicle at the start, or the, like, ice stalagmite at the start can mess you up. The hairpins can be rough. The jump can sometimes decide to kill you. All of the walls in the city are touch of death. So it's not a difficult track, but it's one you have to take cleanly because it can just decide you die if you make a small mistake.
Here we go. Looks like we're now at the real start of the race.
So both of them take the right-hand side. This track has a very fun little bit where at
Whoa, Mike lost the boost!
Ooh. At lower levels, the right-hand path is faster. Mid-levels, the left-hand path is faster. At high levels, the right-hand path is faster again. It's very silly. But Goof with way better heat because he didn't lose the boost.
Whoa, I'm gonna get Goofbrush survive
because
that.
he lost that one. Ooh. It's easier to make up heat there, though, so he doesn't lose as much as Mike lost for that first boost.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Yeah, look at Mike's heat right now. It was a little bit lower, and he was a lot slower. Goof is a little lower on heat for this, though. Should be fine. Ooh, that's not great.
Whee! Mike looks like he pulled ahead because of how bad Goof took that chicane.
Goof has a lot more heat to work with here for the city boosts. So that's gonna make up a. That's gonna make up.
Whoa!
Oh man!
How is Goof for surviving all of this?
I don't know. I'm telling you, he's got plot armor. But the heat differential makes this dead even, if not still slightly Goof favored.
Yeah, looks like Goof is slightly in the lead.
That was actually good for Goof, I'm not gonna lie.
Here we go. Final chicane.
Clean for both. Goof has more heat if he can get the high finish.
Here we go, the final line.
Very tight. 235.8. Oh my god. Oh, that was clutch.
Off by just a 600th of a second.
Yeah, at this point, why was Goof doing these skips? Goof is now 3-2 on full tracks and 1-3 on skips. Nothing makes sense anymore.
No pod ban and Spice Mine Run banned again.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah, so basically I think what happened is that Goof took out like the 3 tracks that he knows Mike can really hammer him on with his hard consistency.
All right. I'm still waiting for Mike to pull Gauntlet out of here. Like, get some momentum back, because that's 3 in a row for Goof. That's 3 in a row for Goof. I don't know What's next for Mike? I'm still looking at Vengeance. I'm looking at the Bumpy's Breakers run back. But those are really the only two picks I've got in my, that I can think of that are really good for him. I don't know if anyone can correct me on that and give me another good option for him. Because I only see two really good picks for Mike.
Baru Coast.
That's a ballsy pick. Because if Goof doesn't die, he wins every time. But a Goof not dying can be a tall order.
And doing this track in Ben is considered one of the hardest things to do in the game.
Yes. However, Ben puts everyone else in the dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, he leaves everyone else in the dust, but he is so hard to use on this track. It's like trying to use a dragster on a Formula One track.
So this track, as Draco said, with Ben, hardest thing in the game. Bar none. It's ridiculous. It's everything. The start isn't too bad. It's what Mike's about to drive into. This jungle section, I always want to bash my head against a wall when I get to that. Because it can do what just did to Goof. Then this section here, also annoying. It's really difficult. I don't think I can overstate how hard this track is. The level of execution you need to get a top time on this track is ridiculous, and it's always incredible to watch. And this is one that Goof's very good on. I'm so excited to see this track, though. This is going to be so good.
Yeah, I have no idea who's going to win it because this switchback section that Goof's on can just easily kill you at Ben. You can avoid it with Mars and Bullseye, but you can't with Ben, and occasionally just grabs you and kills you.
You can, but you can't do it without breaking that I'm aware of.
Yeah, but I know Mars and Ben can do this without breaking.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea what to expect because
the most likely outcome is Goof dies one more time than Mikey does, whatever the numbers wind up being. And Mike wins by about 2 seconds. I think is the most likely outcome. However, the most hype outcome is Goof bringing this back to a draw. All right, let's see how this forest goes. Keep a close eye on Goof as well.
Yee!
It's the second one that most common. Wait, what?
Oh no! He somehow he thought he was going to get a rotten respawn, and then spawned him past the shortcut.
That's a good respawn. What did he hit?
He hit one of the bends right before the straight.
No,
right before the shortcut.
No, he died on shortcut entry.
Yeah, I think he did, yeah.
I honestly don't know what he hit. Hmm. 118.4 versus 122.4. So that is a 4-second lead for Mike. I don't think Goof can make that up without some mistakes out of Mike. It's possible, but just off cleaner racing, I don't know. I doubt it. Let's see, that's a 149 entry versus a 150, high 152 entry. So he made up about half a second on the front half of lap 2. However, the jungle was a little sketchier than Mike's. Good boost there. Good line. Mike's still pretty clean. He's definitely taking some stuff wider than Goof. And boosting less aggressively. But, you know, just how these two play. If this is a 2-second makeup from last lap, Goof's in this. is not.
115.
He made up a second. If Mike gets a bonk or a death and Goof is clean, he has it. Like, Mike would have to get a bad bonk or a death.
I thought he was going to hit that tree.
Now, Goof's too good for that.
Here we go.
Keep a close eye on Mike here, because this is the most likely place that he's going to mess this up. No. But this got a lot closer. There's one more potential major point for Mike to make a mistake. And it's going to be going into this pillar room. He did not. So unless he makes like a wild miracle mistake on the finish line area, nope. That's going to do that one. But Goof brought that back within 1.5 seconds pretty much. That's really good.
Final pick for Goofbrush. Goofbrush, banning nothing. Inferno ban from Mike.
BTC.
On the training course.
So BTC, Goof has a faster time, and I know he's more experienced with the new strat. Or I say new, it's a couple years old at this point. It saves like a second over the old strat, right?
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I know that it was actually found by N64 runner Hayudoro originally.
Yeah. That's a good point from Gale. Wouldn't be surprised at all if Mike had a like hidden 134.
Yeah, Mike has been pretty secretive with his times as of late.
As of late. It's been since before I joined the community. As of late in Draco years.
Oh my god. Yeah, my time of reference with Mike is so different because we go back to 2008 running this game.
All right, what does Mike actually do here? Goof. What does Mike actually do here?
He's going for it!
Kind of. He does the small jump. All right.
Here we go. This looks like a real start.
This is match point for Mikey. The first set of 3 of them. Mike is slightly ahead just off different strats, because the way he does the front half is going to be a little faster with different heat. But Goof cuts a lot more distance with that strat.
Oh my god, they're off by 0.04 of a second.
Yep. Welcome to Tournament BTC.
He lost the boost again.
That's a huge deal. He responded and recovered really well. Oh, this is tight. Oh my god, this is close actually.
Jeez. Oh my god, this is a nail biter.
Hold up, they're in the same heat. Hold up. Mike did the old strat for the ending. That's gonna cost him. I think it cost him the race.
135, 331.
531 and 534. 3
thousandths of a
milliseconds.
second difference in favor of Goof. 3 thousandths of a second. I think that's the closest race we ever had in tournament.
I think that is the closest we've ever had. Jesus.
3 thousandths of a second difference.
Goof is not going down without a fight. Oh my god. I believe that is the tightest margin we've ever had. Someone who can pull up the spreadsheets will probably correct me.
No pod ban from Mike. Spice Mine Run Band from Goofbrush. Where is Mike going to take us?
Vengeance, almost certainly. He's going to take us to Vengeance either this race or next race if it matters. It's got to be Vengeance, right? I think it has to be Vengeance. Either this track or next. But other than that, Mike doesn't have many great picks. That's a fair point, Metallica. I'm just looking at the timesheets. There isn't a great place for... God, if Goof wins this, we got one more match if Goof wins. On the one hand, I want to see more racing. On the other hand, this tournament's been going a long time. Inferno, full track.
Probably figured since Goof exhausted all his forces that he can't run back Inferno skips against him now.
That's sick. All right, Inferno. This is, ironically, in my opinion, the least difficult of the Barunda tracks. Not by much. Don't get me wrong, it's still up there. But it's no Baru, it's no FMR, it's no GVG. But it is a brutal track in its own right and has a couple of the most difficult strats you'll see.
Yeah, this is also the final track you will unlock in the game, and it's also where you unlock Quaternaros as well.
Could you imagine how powerful the home field advantage must be when your home field is an active volcano?
Running through the active volcano with a rental pod, too.
Oh, right. All right. If Mikey wins this, it's over. If Goof wins, we're going to a 13.
But I have no idea what to expect with this run.
All I can say is that Goof's PB is 2 seconds ahead of Mikey. However, this track is so volatile that doesn't necessarily mean much.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of threading the needle moments that can cause you to crash here.
I believe we're off. Oh no.
Oh, there it came back.
We're good. Ish.
Looks like Goofbrush is in a slight lead, taking the faster but more riskier path.
Do we need to crowdfund getting Mike better internet?
Let's see how it is at the start of it. This is going to be close.
48.7, 48.9, 2/10, and pretty even heat. Heat matters. Your heat of the line actually matters a lot less on this track than most because you are almost forced to underheat at times. Goof is taking objectively faster lines, but oh man, is he giving me a heart attack on half of these.
I'm already tense just because we are in match 12 out of the potential 13.
Oh man.
This is close.
Yeah, we are pretty damn even. Yeah, we're dead even. That was a 2/10 lead on lap 1 for Goof, and then 2/10 back for Mike. This is dead even. See what we got.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
Looks like Goofbrush slightly lost it, and I think Mike is gonna take it.
Mike got it by about half a second.
Mike takes it by about half a second. Mike is now the champion for 2023.
Oh, mother of God, that was a match. That was fantastic. That's going to conclude the tournament.
So
Hey, while we wait for Mike, I'm just going to say, what the hell were your strats?
that's what I like to. That's what I like to hear. That was my intention.
When the least spicy is Bounce Strat Gauntlet.
Least. I mean, I did the executioner thing. It's pretty spicy.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess your least spicy would have been just Abyss being right, left, right, but we saw how that went.
Yeah. Fortunate.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, congratulations.
Yeah,
you are our champion for 2023.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was
that puts some demons to bed.
yeah, that was pretty tense.
Yeah. Oh, I unironically thought Goof was going to pull the run back once he won the 4 in a row.
Yeah, it was feeling like that a bit.
This Inferno is pretty close. I decided not to.
Off, yeah.
I decided not to do any 3-lap strats and just play it really, really safe. So that probably lost me the game, but I definitely would have died if I went for it.
But then the race before on Boot to Training Full went down to 0.003 of a second.
Yeah.
That was absurd. That is,
I
Did you do,
I believe, the closest race we've ever had.
Yeah, I was checking the numbers multiple times on that one. I was like, did that just happen?
Yeah. Oh, we were so confused.
Did you do the old strats, Mike?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, old strats, but I did use the second wall ride though for the.
You did the smaller version of the second wall ride, right of the rock.
That's it. Yeah.
And then lap 3, you did the old strat.
Yeah, I just get better results doing that than the other method for some reason. It just doesn't. I don't get faster times with doing the jumps, so that's why I didn't do it.
That's totally valid.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it's just as fast and it's very consistent, so that's why I use it.
Goof, did you intentionally go for the timer glitch on Zugga?
Yeah. As soon as I missed the second skip, I decided to just DNF, and so I just went for it.
Can someone explain this?
So I don't know how to explain it, but there's a lineup and a way to finish Zugga skips that will glitch your timer and show a very different time.
Yeah, so there's interpolation, so whenever you cross the finish line, the game will remove time from your actual timer, but you can set it up in just a way if you have very, very certain conditions where you finish out of bounds and it will deduct a massive amount of time. You can deduct basically infinite time and get a 0-second lap.
Can't go negative, but I think the lowest we've seen is Yam got an 11-second.
Yeah, you can theoretically get a 0-second 3-lap.
That is a bit of a problem for tournaments, though.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna handle it like we did this time.
You really can't get it without actually going for it, though. You can't accidentally get it.
Maybe I need to watch the video to understand that, but
I still don't fully get it.
I'm glad you picked Zugga though, because I prepared for Zugga skips. I expected you to go there, so
yeah. It was still so close, even with the shenanigans. There was only a couple seconds off. Thank God Mike won that, because I don't know how we would have ruled it if you had actually won that track and gotten timer glitch.
I mean, I did DNF, but you can just calculate the time by looking at the timer 1 frame before.
Yeah, well, it's also if you'd won by a couple of seconds visually. Yeah, there's gonna be some discussions in the admin chat, thanks to you. Gauntlet skips, if you hadn't gone for the executioner stuff, you would have had it, because that death cost you so much.
I went for it twice, right? Oh no, yeah, I went for it twice and I messed up once. And I couldn't decide it.
So much time.
Oh yeah, I won that. All right. In my mind, I thought you'd won that one. So what happened then for you, Goof, on that one?
So I went for the executioner jump, which saves 8 seconds per lap if you go for it. So I went for it. I got it on lap 1, and then lap 2, I just died to the wall.
Yeah, the problem is when you die doing it, you waste all the time you spent setting it up. You're on 0 heat, and you have the normal respawn time.
I didn't even know you could do that on Gauntlet, because I thought you had to do it on Executioner because you dropped onto the lower track. Is that not how it's worked?
No. Instead of jumping to a later point on the track, at the end of your lap, you can do the jump on the left side and just jump across to the other track on the other side of the starting line.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. I think what I should have done is just go for it again. Because I think if you die like I did and then just go for it again, I think you're basically even. But as soon as you do the normal strides, you just lose 10 seconds.
Yeah. It was super unfortunate.
You found a way to do that quite consistently then, you thought, Goof?
Yeah. This death was I don't know, so pretty unlucky.
If you'd taken that Inferno a little more aggressively, you might have had it.
Yeah, and then I think I had an unfortunate death on Baruko, so I don't really know where.
Yeah, the Baruch host was entering the shortcut at the end of the jungle on lap 1. You caught the right entry to the right-hand corner.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny, because that's the easiest part of the track.
It really is. It's unfortunate, though.
That Bunta Classic, though, for me, that was the hardest race I think I've ever done. It was just such a mess.
Well, I think that was your only death of the match, Mike.
Yeah, I hit the I don't even know where to describe where it is. After the first jump, actually no, the second jump, there's that fast right-left chicane.
Yeah, after the service ramp, there's the narrow path off to the right.
Yeah, I just didn't quite get my line right, and I was like, oh, this isn't good, and I had to try and brake, and I just couldn't slow down in time, basically. So
no, if you think Bunta Classic was stressful for you, Goof, I can't imagine, because it was like you had divine protection on that track.
Oh, I was just zoned out. Being chilling.
That's fair. No, it was like you had plot armor on that track specifically. The number of things you hit that should have killed you.
Well, it's just getting my luck back for dying everywhere else.
Yeah.
I always think Bunta Classic's a bit of a crazy track to play on in tournament.
Oh yeah, no, it is a bold pick always. There was another fun one. Bumpy skips.
I almost fell off the ramp on my warm up on the second lap. I braked and I literally just stopped right on the edge of the jump before the skip. So it was quite scary.
Did you miss it one time or something?
He almost did, but he did the old strat. He did the back up on the ramp. You nearly gave us a heart attack at the end, Goof.
Oh yeah, I had to reverse my lorry and I missed it.
I almost fell off.
You missed shortest cut, and then missed the backup of going through the tube, and then had to back up and try it again.
Oh god.
So I do want to point out one very silly stat that I found out during this, or I realized during this. Goof was 1 in 3 on skips. And then 4 and 4 on everything else. It feels better, you were better off not doing skips.
Yeah, I think that actually happened between me and Ace as well. And actually, I think in my last match with Goof, I think actually we got the same score on each other's picks, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I mean, going into the match, I didn't really have any intention to win, so I just wanted to do some cool stuff.
You still had a legit shot after going down that far.
Yeah, you started coming back pretty hard actually in the middle of the match there. So
I just didn't expect to see the race. It was going from 5 and then ending up at 7-5. I thought it would have gone 7-1 or 7-2 or 7-3.
Any questions for each other?
Yeah, how did you find it, Mike?
Intense, I think, is the only word I can really use. But then again, I guess that's what every match is like. I think I was quite happy to win on some of your picks, but although I think you won on some of mine as well, so that was kind of fair. But yeah, there was some interesting stuff though, I thought, in that match. Interesting picks and a bit of variety. I was kind of surprised you went to Bunta Training Course full. didn't expect you to actually take that after the last match, so that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You never expect anyone to pick that track into you, Mike.
Well, the thing is, if you're doing old strats, getting like a 0.4 is insane. It's like actually insane to get a 0.4 with old strats in tournament.
Yeah.
And 0.4 with new strats is kind of trivial if you prep for it. And so that was kind of my mindset.
Yeah, I get that, actually.
So yeah, if that's all we got, I guess it's time to close out the tournament for the year.
Aye.
Congratulations to both of you for making it this far. Congrats to Mikey for taking the damn thing finally.
Yeah, thanks. I honestly didn't think I would get anywhere near this far. I really thought maybe, like Gale or Ace would have knocked me out like in the first round. So I thought I was going to do better on qualifying. Like when I got qualified second, I thought that was as high as I was going to get. So to actually win it was pretty cool. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but hard work. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. So and Goof is really good competitor as well. So yeah, it was just a good tournament. Yeah, so thanks a lot for running it.
And then thanks to Draco for hopping on commentary so often. Thank you to Speed Gaming for hosting us yet again. And thank you and congratulations to every single one of our competitors. It's been a wild ride this year.
Thanks to the German and French commentators as well.
Thank you to Andy Panther and Nim on the German stream and Droopy on the French stream. But yeah, that's going to do it for us this year. Join us again next year for the 25th anniversary of this game. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for competing. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for hosting. I have been Paige. It's been fun. Thanks, and may the Force be with you.
See ya.
See ya, bye.
Take care, everyone.